Sir, we have an answer. We have an answer. I told you we would eventually get an answer on this, and we have now got it. All right. Since last week, we have been asking, what on earth is Vice President Mike Pence doing in this picture? This single picture, which he tweeted, has been the only glimpse we had of a fundraiser that he held in Indiana on Friday, a fundraiser for his brand new PAC. Now, it's strange enough for a sitting vice president to have a political action committee of his own. That is very unusual. But what does Mike Pence intend to do with the money his PAC has, the money that he's now raising for his PAC? The reason I've been asking is in part because of the timing. Because on Thursday last week, that's when Mike Pence announced that he had hired a top-shelf, A-list private lawyer to personally represent him in the Trump-Russia investigation. Then the very next day, on Friday, there he was in Indiana, very quietly holding a top-dollar fundraiser, not for the Republican Party or for any active candidates in any elections, but for his new PAC, with tickets going for $1,000 to $5,000 a plate. What's that money for? Is the vice president conceivably going around the country quietly raising money to pay for his own legal bills? That's an expensive lawyer he just hired. Nobody from the vice president's PAC would tell us. The vice president's own spokesperson would not say one way or the other. All we had was this one picture and a whole bunch of our unreturned emails. Today, we tried again. At 1:18 p.m. Eastern Time, we wrote to Mike Pence's personal lawyer, explaining that we really would like an answer to this question. Then, at 3:45 p.m., a couple hours later, the Wall Street Journal published an answer to our question. No. Mike Pence will not be paying his legal bills with money from his PAC. That sort of seemed to be the plan as of last week, but it is apparently officially not the plan anymore. So now we've got an answer. It still leaves the question of how Mike Pence, who is not Mr. Moneybags, how he's going to pay for the powerhouse new lawyer he just hired, who's got experience, incidentally, in Watergate and Iran-Contra. That lawyer, Richard Cullen, told us very politely today that he doesn't like getting into the details about how his clients are going to pay his firm. Nobody else will say. We also heard from an expert in these matters, Craig Holman of Public Citizen. He says the vice president has a couple of clear choices for getting the money he's going to need to pay for his expensive lawyer. He could start a legal defense fund, the way Bill Clinton did, or he could ask permission from the FEC to use Trump-Pence campaign money. It may be worth noting here that the president not only funded much of his campaign last year, though not to the extent he promised, he also re-upped the campaign on Inauguration Day. Donald J. Trump for President, Inc. is open for business. The president's re-election campaign already exists. And that campaign did announce a new fundraiser this afternoon at the president's own Trump Hotel in D.C. That's set for Wednesday, a week from tonight, a high-dollar donor fundraiser. If anybody happens to notice a tip jar at that fundraiser for Mike Pence's legal fees, please let us know.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.